I've got no idea what I'm going to make a video on. What shall I do? Oh. Hello?
So, young Padawan, I have a challenge for you. I want you to create a video where you will list the top 5 recurring characters from the Stargate franchise. By recurring character, I mean they must appear in at least 2 episodes of Stargate. They cannot ever become a regular character, so you can't have Rodney McKay, I'm afraid. I need this in a top 5 and I need you to pick your favourite. Let's see how you do. Challenge delivered.
Well, alright then. Top 5 recurring characters from Stargate. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. Alright, so in no particular order, these are my top 5 reoccurring characters from Stargate SG1. Now, let me know in the comment section down below if you like these reoccurring characters, and if I failed to mention any of your favourites, leave it down below. Number 1, Charles Kowalski. Now, Charles Kowalski was one of the members of the original team that went through the Stargate to Abydos in the Stargate movie, and he was present in the first 2 episodes of Stargate SG1, Children of the Gods Part 1 and Part 2. Now, unfortunately, Kowalski was taken over by Goa'uld at the end of Children of the Gods Part 2, and the following episode was about that struggle between him and the Goa'uld who had overtaken him. He was then killed, which is one of my most favourite deaths on Stargate, the way he was killed. I just absolutely loved the way they utilised the Stargate to get rid of the Goa'uld. I thought it was fantastic. And then over the course of the series returned in reoccurring roles involving parallel worlds. I loved the character of Kowalski and I loved how they brought him back with parallel Earth stories. My second favourite reoccurring character would probably have to be Martouf from the Tok'ra. He appeared quite a lot in Stargate SG1. Now, you see, I have a very love-hate relationship with the Tok'ra. I love the idea that there is a faction of the Goa'uld that are against them, against Ra, Tok'ra, against Ra, and they are fighting the good fight. But I do think they're a little bit pompous, a little bit obnoxious. However, Martouf was one of those outliers in this, where he wasn't really obnoxious. He wasn't really pompous or anything like that. He was quite level-headed. I absolutely loved his character. Now, my favourite episode or story arc with Martouf is the relationship between him and Jolinar. Jolinar is a Tok'ra that went into Samantha Carter. So the relationship between Martouf and Samantha Carter was quite cemented because of that pre-existing relationship between their 2 Goa'uld symbiotes. I absolutely loved it, and I think it added some extra depth to the whole host symbiote relationship, that what the host feels or the symbiote feels, the host will also feel as well. And I thought that was really nice, especially when it's a true symbiosis where they've become one and it's equal partnership. Now, speaking of the Tok'ra, another recurring character that I absolutely love would have been Jacob. Now, Jacob Carter was an ex-military man. He's Samantha Carter's father and he had cancer. Now, he was going to die. The Tok'ra then offered to make him a host to a Tok'ra symbiote, and then he became the kind of go-between the human relation with the Tok'ra. And some of the stories that came out of that with Jacob and the Tok'ra as a whole were absolutely fantastic. And we also got to see some real development with Samantha Carter and her father as a result of this, because had the Tok'ra not intervened, they wouldn't have repaired some of their broken relationship. And I think that really helped Sam grow as a character as well. My 4th pick for reoccurring character would be Oma Desala. You could argue that she wasn't really a reoccurring character because you didn't really see her that much. However, her story is fantastic. Now, I love the Ancients. I love everything about them up until the point that they ascended. After they ascended, they kind of just left everything. They left the Milky Way to fend for itself and had a strict no interference policy, which I didn't really agree with. And obviously, Oma Desala didn't agree with it as well. She was responsible for helping countless people ascend, including the Harcesis child, the people of Abydos, Daniel Jackson on multiple occasions, and yes, she did also help Anubis ascend, but we'll just gloss over that one for a minute. I love it when they bring in the Ascendant Agents into a story, and she is 100% my favourite. And finally, my 5th pick is going to be Master Braytack. Master Braytack is a Jafar who trained Teal'c. He was once First Prime to Apophis. He then later trained Teal'c, who then became First Prime of Apophis as well, and he led the rebellion against the Goa'uld. He's the one who taught Teal'c that the Goa'uld are not gods, they are false gods, and they are evil. Without Master Braytack, the Free Jafar nation probably would never have ever come to be. He was instrumental in organising plots against the Goa'uld, against Apophis in particular, and he even helped Teal'c on many occasions, especially with his son Reoccuring. Also, I just love Master Braytack as a character. He is literally, as Jafars go, he's one of the best. One of my favourite episodes from Stargate SG1 is the finale of Season 1. Probably the best finale SG1 has ever had, in my opinion at least. And there's a conversation between Jack O'Neill and Master Braytack, where Braytack is basically explaining how they're going to destroy the shield generators. They're going to have to travel down below the decks basically to disable the shield generators, and it's going to take them a while. Jack O'Neill then just responds with pulling out a grenade, throwing it down, blowing it up, and just showing it how the humans would do it.
Grenades.
Now, Jay, you did say you wanted me to pick my absolute favourite out of that list, and I think we all know what I'm going to pick now based on everything I've just said. It's going to have to be Master Braytack.
Yeah, okay, that's not a bad list at all. So, guys, get in the comments and tell us, what do you think? Who is the best recurring character from all of Stargate SG1, SG Universe and SG Atlantis?
And if you are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and also consider becoming a fully fledged SciTrekker. Hit the join button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.